Okay, you guys, we are back with another video. In this video, we're gonna talk about Beyonce blocking Nicki Minaj from attending the Met Gala this year. Let's talk about it, shall we? Because if you guys have been keeping up with what is trending, you guys would know that Nicki has been going off on Jay-Z and Roc Nation, and she has been doing so for the past couple of years. And what else do we know? We know that Jay-Z and Beyonce, they have been married for quite a few years. We also know that Beyonce loves Jay-Z more than how she loves herself. So, as such, when Nicki, started exposing Jay-Z, and she has consistently exposed Jay-Z and Roc Nation, you know who is gonna get involved in that behind the scenes? Beyonce, because she tells us that she loves this man more than music and she loves this man more than herself. And what did 50 share with us some time ago? Some time ago, if you guys have been keeping up, you guys would remember that 50 shared with us that he was having a little heated discussion with Jay-Z, and Beyonce got up and she wanted to fight him. Look at 50. And Beyonce wanted to fight 50 because 50 and Jay-Z was arguing. So if Beyonce wanted to fight 50, she will do anything to bar Nicki Minaj from attending the Met Gala as a revenge to her husband, because that is how Jay-Z and Beyonce works. They blackball people from the industry, and we've heard this so many times. So when critics on the internet are saying Nicki has been blackballed from the Met Gala because of Beyonce, it's not hard to believe. However, Beyonce is co-chair, but she doesn't have the final say in who attends and who does not attend, okay? The final say is up to Anna Wintour. And we know that Nicki is the queen of rap, so as such, we know that Anna Wintour always loves and respects Nicki. Now, you guys might be asking, is the love and respect still there when it comes to Nicki supporting Trump because Nicki is MAGA? Listen, what you guys need to realize and understand by now is that a lot of people are MAGA and they are acting otherwise. If you notice, most recently, Chile was exposed for being MAGA, and she was like, no, I just donated a few campaigns because of their mission. And then T-Boss came out and said, nuh-uh, honey, don't let Chile fool y'all. She voted for Trump, right? So, when that information was disclosed, people were like, but Nicki is from the Caribbean, she's not an American, so Chile can vote for who she wants to, but not Nicki. Yes, people were bold enough to say that in my comment section, so you can understand the disparity, right? So, I'm saying that to say, maybe Nicki's affiliation, coupled with her going after Jay-Z and Roc Nation consistently, might kind of dampen her chances of getting to the Met Gala this year. While many people understand that Nicki's affiliation with Trump is not anything personal, it is for her own family security and protection, because for years they've been after Nicki, right? And if you know, they've been after Nicki for years. And most recently, a man who was recently released from jail, he was on Nicki's property. He trespassed on Nicki's property. No one was home. The home was secured because of the consistent swatting, the consistent people showing up at her property. So no one was home at the time. And this was a man who had served time behind bars, and he was just days out of jail. Just days out of jail, right? And what they are now finding is that every time someone is connected to Roc Nation, allegedly, and they have a stalker incident that stalks their home, shoot up their home, that person always have a prior criminal record and always is dubbed as mentally unwell. And if you check the details, like if you put up the mugshots side by side of all these people, they all look alike. So critics on the internet believe that it is Roc Nation that is using the same set of people, allegedly, to torment Nicki and Riri. Because Nicki speaks out against Jay-Z too much, attacks Jay-Z and his family too much. But the question is, what did Riri do? We don't know. She doesn't want to make any more music, right? That's what she did. So, I'm just saying that to say there's a whole lot of politics going on here, but at the end of the day, the final decision is not up to Beyonce, but she does influence the decision. Okay? She does influence the decision. But if Queen Bee is smart, she would ensure that Nicki was on the list, one of the first people. But also, with the Met Gala, right? You have the Museum of Art. They have their own list of invitations that they send out to their preferred choices. And then we have the fashion houses that buys tables for these events. Yes, the fashion houses buys tables for these events, and then the fashion houses sends out their invite, like what celebrity they want to represent them, and we'll see that celebrity wearing that fashion house label, for example, Chanel, right? So these fashion houses, they do have their tables, and like each fashion house, their table is like 20 people somewhere there, if I have the number correct. So we don't know if any of the fashion houses are gonna give Nicki an invite, okay? We don't know. But we're gonna keep our eyes peeled to see if Beyonce has actually barred Nicki from attending the Met Gala, okay? We want to see if Nicki shows up or not, and we're gonna come back and talk about it because critics believe Beyonce, has barred Nicki from attending the Met. And as such, the Barbs, they're going off on Beyonce. But we're not sure if that is true because we have no evidence to substantiate these claims. So we're going to keep our eyes peeled. And on the day of the Met Gala, we're going to talk some more on this topic, okay? Peace